Hello, 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 it's Christine. It is time for Scraplift Crafternoon. Let me show you the inspired layout first. It's by Kiwi Girl Scraps. I believe Kristen found it, but don't get me lying. It is a Bella Boulevard design team layout, and which I find interesting because she's kept it actually really simple, but very beautiful at the same time. She has 3 little bitty photos with 3 pattern papers. She's got it matted, like white cardstock matted on a pattern paper. And then she has, you know, these embellishment clusters kind of going. I love grid layouts, y'all. So this is kind of right up my alley. Of course, a big old title / journaling block down there. Now, the only bad thing is I didn't have any horizontal pictures, but I did find little vertical pictures. And I did use my selfie. I printed them on 1 4x6. You could tell it. Now, there's another little paper. You can imagine there's one little picture here that's not with it. Because I didn't have, well, honestly, you're supposed to use 3 pictures anyways. So I think what I'm going to do, so I've got these little pictures. There's just pictures of flowers that have been sent to me. Saturn, honey, you're slipping, baby. So what I think I'm going to end up having to do, y'all, this cat is sliding all over the place. What's the flip around? I think what I'm going to do is actually rotate this, maybe like this, so that I've got my flowers and stuff kind of coming up and down. And then what I've got here is some stash stuff. Okay. Let's see. I got some stash stuff here from Jen Hadfield. That's these little guys. And then I have a older Scrap Room Flavors of the Month. And I'm sorry, I don't remember which one it is, because that's all I had left of it was these little things from Simple Stories. And so there's little scraps and whatnot. And then I did went ahead and pull out of my stash this green wood grain, because I thought it would be pretty with these little greens here. If y'all can see that, because, you know, Saturn is standing right on top of it, y'all. And she was sliding. Did y'all see her? She got on this bag and was just sliding like that. And the point is, of course, I've got these flowers. And I think what I'm going to entitle it is Send the Flowers. Because, and I may even write a little journaling that, like, how much, you know, some people don't care about flowers. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have to have flowers all the time. That's not really true. But maybe because I don't get them very often, because I don't care, when they do come, it means a lot to me. So these are actually various ones. Usually this is from my husband. I think this is my husband and my daughter for a birthday or something. And then this was just from a friend for my birthday. So it just means a lot to me when I do get them, because I don't get them very often. But again, it's not like I sit around and think about it and go, oh, I want flowers. But I just thought it was neat, and I thought it'd be something to document. So, and I've got all these little flowers here, right? So anyways, that's what I'm going to work on. So give me just a second to do a little bit of organizing here and getting my cat off my leg. Oh, I have this stash stuff here too, y'all, if I have to get into it. I have a bunch of stuff stuck over here too. But I don't know that I will, because I have all these things. So let me get into this and I'll be back on in a second. All right, you guys. So I have trimmed down that white cardstock a 1/2 inch and used this little green pen because it matched the green of the little wood grain paper that I've got on the back side there. And Saturn wants love, y'all. And I have written little X's all the way around. I don't know. She might have used a stamp or something, to be honest with you. It looked a little more uniform than mine do. But I thought this would work just fine. So I used my little green pen, went all the way around. I have also trimmed up the little pieces of pattern paper. And I've actually mounted the photos on the red and white kind of polka dot paper. So I've got those kind of ready to go. And I'm going to glue those down. What do I do next? I'm not even sure, y'all. I think I start grabbing my ephemera in just a minute. I think I mentioned to you guys the flowers here are various different little flowers that I've gotten. And a couple of them, you can see the cards. I'm kind of happy that I took pictures with the cards next to them, because I'm not 100% sure I would remember what they were from. I know the one, you know, it says to my wife, to my best friend. I thought that was Mother's Day. It might be Mother's Day, but it might be Valentine's Day, although it doesn't look very Valentine-y. And the other cards, well, one says like word, it's like birthday present looking thing. So I know the other two, the roses are birthday. The one on the bottom right there, I cannot remember now if it was Mother's Day or Valentine's Day, but it was one of those two, as I recall. It's not even really the point, to be honest with you. It's more about, like, again, just the fact that I got flowers and I enjoy them. And I just thought, I think they're pretty. The roses are pretty. The flowers are, I don't even really care what kind of flowers, y'all. If somebody shows up with flowers, and it's not something that I like, again, I have to have. I just think they're pretty. I decided, again, the title, Send the Flowers, and I pulled out, I think the top little letters are like all different colors. I think that might be Pink Fresh. If not, it's Hip Kit. Definitely the yellow is Hip Kit. And I've laid those out, and I'm kind of trying to, again, I've turned my sketch here, right? I actually lay that little card down with that little flower card. I leave that there for nearly the entire time, but spoiler alert, it doesn't stay. I started looking at the original layout again. I wanted to kind of journal, and I was thinking, okay, well, where does it make sense and all that? And that little cart card just kind of wasn't really aligned with the original. I think it looks okay. I don't think it looks bad, but that's kind of where the journaling needs to go. Like it's the right spot for it. So Mr. Cart's going to have to go bye-bye. I have a couple of little pieces of ephemera and a sticker here with flowers and I've actually had there was a sticker and there was a piece of paper ephemera that had the little flowers in the jar. And then there was a little like, I don't know what that is. It's kind of brown. So it looks almost like a cork or something, or like a little brown pot, but it's got flowers. I put that up on foam. I put the one little flower vase that's down in the middle part down there up on foam. And there was this cute little chair that has Smile in it. So that goes there. There was kind of a neat little, I forgot what she had now. But it was a little bit, maybe a plant or something, but it was bigger. And I thought that went there. Now this little gold piece here, I struggle with this for just a minute. I move it around a couple times, but that's going to go right there. And I'm going to I have that little sticker with the flowers over there on the right-hand side. I'll find some more stuff in a minute in my stash that's kind of floral. But I'm kind of digging through this stuff here real quick. I thought about putting that flower behind the raised up basket there, and then I decided against it. I go, no, that's not going to look right. So now I'm kind of in my stash, y'all. And I find a little puffy set of flowers. I find a little puffy pink sticker there. I put that up there on the upper left, that little round one. And then I find another little foam colored circle in a second. I put on that, above the Send the Flowers, I initially put From the Heart. And then I happened to see the word Note to Self. And I went, oh, no, that's way better up at the top. Because it's like Note to Self, Send the Flowers. And I really like that combination. So I moved the From the Heart down to the left of the little flower vase. And then I put the Note to Self up there above that. And I think that's actually kind of perfect. What have I got going on now? I've got there's a little phrase I put on the upper left there. It says, you make my heart soar. That came out of a little Valentine type collection. And I think I've got at the moment, I don't know if I find a little round foam piece with a little gold trim to it. This might be where I do that. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is it. And I don't remember now if I think I stick it to the right there. And I let it sit there. Like I said, I'm going to let those sit there for just a minute. And then I'm going to realize, no, I want to put journaling on there, and that's got to be where it goes. So I've pulled that off. And I've moved that little round puffy thing over to the left up there. And now I've got to use a little Nuvo glue to glue my chipboard piece down because I almost forgot. And you can see I've added the little puffy pink flower on the right-hand side over there above the title as well. And then I'm going to get into these little tiny jewels. I just pull the green ones out. I'll put 3 on the upper right over there, 3 in the upper left, and then a couple down in the little middle cluster. I think this turns out pretty good in the sense of, like, I think it looks pretty close to the original. I mean, obviously I've rotated it, but I really enjoy this. I think this is pretty. I've always enjoyed grid layouts, and this is kind of almost like a little mini grid, actually. I actually pulled out some inks I was going to sprinkle, but I got a little bit worried that the sprinkles might compete with my little green jewels and my little green X's. And so I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do it. It's going to mess it up. So after I get these little jewels down here, which of course I'm dropping them. Saturn decided to join us, by the way. She has to supervise. After I get these down, I'm going to actually pull out my black pen. I don't know if I cannot remember if I do that on camera or not, to be honest with you, because I realized I had to think about what I wanted to say. And so I do write it off on a little Post-it note off camera. But I don't remember now if I leave it on camera. I think I do, because I use my T-square and I draw a couple of lines and then I add my journaling. Yeah, here it is. So I'm just going to say, I don't even put a date because these are actually different times. So it's not really, I shouldn't say it's not possible. I could have probably put a date, but it doesn't really matter specific days per se. It just says just a few flowers I was sent for birthday and Mother's Day over the years. I honestly love them. So again, I didn't put a date or anything, but I think the point is just, I got flowers. So that's good enough. And you can see Saturn's up there supervising. So then after I get done with this little baby bit here, honestly, I think that's it. I did actually realize halfway through doing this layout, y'all, I had forgotten to glue my white paper down to my green paper. So while I was off camera at one point, I did glue that down. But y'all didn't see that. And that's all I'm going to do, you guys. I think this turned out really cute. It's a nice, simple, clean layout. I really enjoyed it. So make sure you check out the playlist. The other ladies are playing along. And, of course, the OG is always in there, so make sure you get the original. And we will see you, I think, Tuesday. I'm going to try to get a Tuesday layout done. I got to try to do Tuesday, Thursdays. I'll probably have a Friday or a Saturday or something. Y'all just kind of watch. I always try to premiere them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you do the like and subscribe and all the goodies, and we will see you next time. Bye.